Today we're looking at a Cambridge Audio stereo receiver, and as you can see here, it's got a digital volume knob that jitters around. Even though you can see I'm turning the volume knob straight up, it's jittering up and down here and there and not being very consistent. Now this is caused by a rotary encoder being dirty or damaged. So you're going to have to replace that or clean it, as you'll see right here. So let's go ahead and take apart the receiver. I've just gone ahead and unscrewed all the screws for you, since yours is probably going to be a different receiver and you won't be able to follow along exactly. Then once the shell is off, we can take a look at the front where the controls are. We're really trying to just isolate the control board entirely. We don't even really need to look at the entire amplifier at all. So as you can see, mine even happens to be a completely separate PCB, which is great luck because I can completely detach it and look at it individually. Most knobs just come off like you saw right there and reveal a nut that can be unscrewed. Be careful of any Allen keys that may have been on the plastic knob as well. You may have to unscrew those, but mine just pulled off. Now with the nut removed, we can just go ahead and give it a push, make sure there aren't any screws on the PCB on the inside that you may have forgotten to remove as well, and push it in. And like I said earlier, mine just detaches. I can just pull out this wire and have an easy time repairing this. So I can now place the entire unit aside and just look at this little PCB. Now you'll see that there are 4 little tabs on the rotary encoder itself. I'm just using a dull Exacto knife to pry up all 4 of those tabs, and once I've gotten those pried up, I can go ahead and take the shell off and clean both individual parts, which I'll describe in just a little bit. Now in combination with the dull Exacto knife, you'll probably want something like very small pliers or even a flat-headed screwdriver. As you see here, I'm just using a small pair of pliers to pry them up vertically. And then I'm going to go ahead and pry around the seam with my Exacto knife and lift up the metal part from the plastic part, revealing the contacts that will create square waves to indicate whether the volume is being adjusted up or down and the rate at which it is changing. Be careful with the other side with these small fins that make contact with the plates, because these will easily bend and break. So when we're cleaning them, we're going to want to make sure that we don't damage them in any way. What I used for the cleaning was a small Q-tip that I had submerged in either WD-40, or you could use electronics cleaner. There's many solutions that you could use. I chose WD-40 and just sprayed a little bit on a Q-tip and went ahead and rubbed it around gently. I also made sure, like I was saying, that those contacts wouldn't get bent. I double checked them and then put everything back together, as you see here. Now for those tabs, I just rolled them over with the side of a flathead screwdriver, which you see right there. I found that was the best technique to use. And as you can see here, once I turn the device on, give it a minute, it takes a second, and I move the volume knob up or down, it moves linearly. Doesn't do any jittering or stuttering or any random movements in the volume. It just follows exactly the ticks up and down. Either way, I hope you found this somewhat useful, and I'll see you next time.